Hey, so in today's video I want to take you along for some underwater photography with my Sony A7 III.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers.
I'm taking the photos at the Ogasawara Islands, which is an island chain which is located about 1,000 kilometers south of Tokyo, and it is part of Japan. My setup today is a Sony A7 III inside a Aquatech Housing, and I'm taking the photos with this camera, and then I'm also running a GoPro side by side so that I can get some video footage, which is going to be in this video. On this particular day, one of my friends took us out on his boat. We went a couple hours north to some uninhabited islands to look for some dolphins and turtles to swim around with, and also to do some fishing. We got close to the islands, we discovered a pod of Bottlenose Dolphins, and these dolphins are usually really curious and friendly, so as soon as we got into the water they started swimming towards us, and I got some pretty nice photos from this pod. With the setup I had, I was focusing mainly on taking the photos and trying to get the dolphins in frame on the photos, so that's why the video isn't too great. It's moving around a lot and it's not really focused on like a single dolphin. If I was just shooting a video and I wasn't doing any photos, I would try to focus on keeping the camera more stable and keeping the same dolphins in the frame instead of kind of switching between the whole pod. As you can probably see in the video, the water was really clear on this day, so that's why the photos and videos turned out pretty nicely. The waters around Ogasawara Islands is very clear pretty much throughout the year, but in particular if you go between June and August, I would say, that's probably the best time of year to get the best clarity for diving and snorkeling around. This was the second pod of dolphins we found that day. These are also the same species, so they're bottlenose dolphins, same as the first group, but this pod was a lot smaller than the first one, and it looked like it was just 3 young adults, so they didn't stick around that long, and they were also a lot more active than the other pod, which had some smaller individuals. But with less individuals, it actually makes it a lot easier for me to focus on what to take. So I actually really liked the photos which came out from this set as well. Next we came across a juvenile green sea turtle. This time I handed the GoPro to one of my friends so I could just focus on taking photos. So this is me in the frame right now taking photos of this turtle. Turtles are actually a lot easier to take photos of than compared to other animals because they're slow moving. So if you're thinking about getting started with some underwater like photography or videography, I recommend trying to take some photos of them first. One of the most important things for underwater photography, or photography in general, is lighting. Especially for underwater photography, you need to have good lighting to get professional looking photos. Most of the time you'll get your best photos when the water is clear and you have plenty of sunlight shining onto your subject, like in this video clip. This clip I shot a couple days later, but I wanted to include it in this video. So I think I was snorkeling around with a friend And then we came across this baby green sea turtle swimming out to sea. It's really rare to see one of these when they're so young, and also the weather was really good this day as well. So I was super happy that I managed to get this photo and video.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive.
So that's going to be about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way through, and please consider liking and subscribing to this video if you enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you in the next video.